What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Airs of the Nation. And listen, I have a very special, awesome guest. Listen, Lock Wolf Reacts is in the house. And listen, thank you so much for taking the time to just hang out and chat. It was funny. I approached you a while back.
Yeah.
And it's just summer's crazy. I know you're
Summer,
a father,
daddy
and
duties.
and dude, it's amazing how much time just kind of like disappears. Like you don't even have to like. I remember as a kid, summer used to drag on forever.
Oh, summer is forever.
It felt like a year.
And now what? It's almost about to be August.
Yeah. What?
It's almost about to be hit mid-July. Like, where did July go?
I have no idea, but it's like summer just hits a different level. And I understand that. It's like when I'm reaching out to different people to do like these interviews, I'm like, I get it, especially in our sphere behind the scenes. Like, I know we're constantly busy trying to get content out there, you know, and on top of that, juggling normal life, everyday life, especially when you have kids, is insanely tough.
Yeah.
But
it's tough. But I just always push forward. That's
man,
the motto on the Wolves Den: always forward, never backwards, and delayed does not mean denied.
I like that. Always forward, never backwards. That's from Luke Cage. I dig that.
Finally, somebody understand. I just been saying that. And people was like, "Yo, you're so wise." I'm like, whoa. I hope to be wise, but that didn't come from me, man. That came from Pops from Luke Cage.
Pops, yep. Pops. I was like, man, I heard that when I was watching that series. I was like, that's dope. I like that. That
stuck with me the first time I saw it. I was like,
yep. Always forward, never back. Like, yeah, that's it. Mantra.
Then I kind of added like always forward, never backwards, because ain't shit back there for you.
Very good. I like that.
Ain't shit back there for you.
No, man. But
then I have an upchurch version where I say always forward, never backwards, unless you drink dog beers. And that's a different story.
Speaking of, didn't you were just at a concert, weren't you?
Church's concert, yeah.
How was that?
Upchurch knows how to put on a show. Broadnex had like some technical difficulties because I think his DJ like dropped out last minute.
Oh,
like,
no.
So he kind of was like having someone else help him who stepped in. And then, of course, Kalani on the beat, motherfucker. He stepped in. As soon as Kalani stepped in, it was like, boom.
And we're good.
Broadnex brought the roof down. And then a new artist, Aaron Walker, he came out. Just guitar. And I'm just like, okay, what's about to happen? Never heard of him.
Oh,
and man. His voice.
Have you done any reactions to him on your channel?
No, not yet. That was at the concert was the first time I got a chance to even know who he is. I never heard of him. I was just like, oh, okay. Because in my head, I was expecting T2.
Yeah.
And I guess T2 wasn't coming. So it just was like,
got it.
So I'm like, okay, who's this guy? But then he opened up his mouth and the vocals came out, and I was like,
okay. You're like, okay, I'm here for it.
I was like, all right, I'm here. Yeah. This dude's awesome.
Is it for you where you're at? Is it was it a big hike? Was it like a road trip to go see him, or is it like in your backyard?
It was in Cincinnati, so it was like
okay.
Like, technically, to get to the venue, so it was like an hour away.
Okay. Yeah. No, I'm in DC, and I'm not in DC. I am in the middle of Baltimore and DC. Like
the DMV. Like
yes.
Okay.
Yeah. The countryside. More like I'll put it this way. I tell everyone, at least within the US, I'm like, I'm 30 minutes away from Baltimore, DC, 45 minutes, right? But I'm like 25 minutes away from Gettysburg.
Oh yeah,
so I'm like,
like a legit good location. Like you just
like I'm in the middle of
wherever I want to go,
I can get there.
It's not like a long drive. Yeah.
No, but yeah, no, it's cool because our venues around here, it's not that bad. And when I've done some like symphonic metal reactions, that's kind of what built my channel is Nightwish, and a lot of symphonic metal.
Nightwish, man.
Yeah, dude.
How many videos the community requested of them at Wacken, and I'm just sitting there the whole time like this, like,
it's a sensory overload, dude.
Bro, when I tell you I be overstimulated, like I'm like, all right, y'all making me realize how far the spectrum I'm like on because I'm stimulated. What the fuck? I'm overstimulated.
It's too much shit going on, man.
But then it's the best at the same time. Like it's like it makes you feel like a little kid in the candy shop again because you're sitting up and you're just you're
like, oh, I saw that. Oh, I missed that. What the
dude over here in the organ is like just getting like Dr. Frankenstein. And you come back like, what the hell is this dude going? Like fireworks going off, then she's in the middle, just like,
what's going on? It's like, wait a minute. Everyone just calm down. But no, so those go through like I would say more Baltimore-ish.
Yeah.
I guess their tours always hit. That type of music always goes through Baltimore, Silver Spring, stuff like that. So, it's pretty interesting. Like the stuff that we react to on YouTube. It's like it. I got lost in a tangent real quick because we mentioned Nightwish, but like it's amazing how much more music is out there.
Yeah.
Like I thought I would say I was well versed before I started my journey. I wasn't like, this is the only genre I listen to. This is music.
Yeah.
Like, no, but I didn't realize how much more was out there, dude.
I was more hip hop. I grew up in a hip hop setting.
Yeah.
I have a brother 7 years older, so he's huge Tupac, Biggie fan, Nas, all that. So my first love was always hip hop, always rap, always something around that. And of course, me being a nerd, me being a gamer, you play Tony Hawk Pro Skater and NBA games and snowboarding games, just different type of games. They have different music in there, and you start to be as a kid like,
yeah,
okay, I like this. I like that. And then you go to your parents like, hey, I want to listen to this. And like, no, absolutely not.
Turn that shit off.
But I'm like, oh, okay.
It like it like affects it like plants that seed, right? Mm-hmm. Like for me, it was like, remember Guitar Hero? Back in the day, how many songs you never like, and you absorbed them because you had to play the game. Like
that's the game that awakened me, to be honest. That is the game that pretty much let me know like I love music, because before I started doing this 3 years ago, I was stuck in a mainstream bubble. Like Kendrick, J. Cole, to be honest, like it was almost just like Kendrick or J. Cole, and then I was listening to Tupac or Nas or something old school. So I didn't even know this kind of existed as far as reactions. It just, like everybody else in my head, I was like, "Ooh, I have an idea."
Yeah.
And I get on, I get on YouTube, and I'm like, "Shit, everyone else has the same idea." Fuck.
Whoa. Yeah, no, it's crazy how many are popping up. And I mean, I think it's honestly, I welcome it because it just adds staying power to the niche, to this platform. It'd be weird if it was just one and done. Like that wouldn't work. So the more obviously the merrier. A lot of people, I don't know, my mindset's different. I feel like we're all co-workers on YouTube. Like we're all just,
that's how I feel.
We're here together. We're doing this. I don't
have any competition. I have colleagues. The only person I'm in competition with myself is Wolf.
Yeah.
What there you go. Yesterday, I'm gonna do better today. Other than that, I don't care if you get 1 million more subs. I don't care. I don't care. You're my colleague. We're doing the same thing.
And then I bring this up in a couple of other interviews that I've done. It's like our community knows each other. Our community travels together. And it's like they are traveling from video to video, from reactor to reactor. They are tight. And it's like, we need to be tight like that too. All of us.
Gatekeeping.
If they are talking and they know each other and they're on different parts of the effing world and they can connect and remember each other, like, what are we doing?
We should be a moving force. To be honest, we should be giving YouTube a run for their money as creators. Like shit. Yeah. We should make a YouTube look like
Yeah.
Okay.
There's part of me that I just want to troll YouTube so bad at some point and
Uh-oh.
have like all of our friends in this community just react to the same fucking video, like
Oh
on the
Lord.
same day, and just see what happens. Because I'm pretty positive if we band it together, we could push something to an algorithm.
YouTube would be so lost. They'd be like, "What the hell?
What is this song?
Why is there 100,000 videos of the same damn song being reacted
Yeah.
to?"
Yeah, no, I was just, man, I would wonder if like the
And that'd be brilliant though too, because every reaction channel does things differently. So it'd be fun to watch.
Yeah, it would be. But that's part of me just wanting to watch the world burn a little bit. Just after their human sacrifices, whatever they do in YouTube, you know, like post lunch.
Post lunch stuff, you know, just
post lunch we can let it burn. But no, man. So you've been on for, you said 3 years, right? On YouTube, just this channel, right? The channel.
This 3 years.
And you started with like, you know what I saw, and I wish had absolutely blown you up and from the get-go, was the trailer reactions, the movie trailer reactions.
Yeah.
I saw, I was like, bro, like I love that.
I want to get back to those, honestly.
Man.
I do. I want to get back to those because I just love movies. Speaking of that, like before I got on here, Marvel just kicked me in the face and dropped Captain America: Brave New World trailer. So
when? Today?
Like literally before I joined the call, like I watched the trailer. I'm not even gonna lie. They dropped it like like an hour ago. They dropped the trailer.
How do you feel about that cinematic? It's not the cinematic universe, right? The Marvel universe. Is it like? I feel like they dropped the ball, bro. Or did we get too tired of the same thing? Like, did they just put so much energy on like Endgame and everything else was like cleanup?
Yeah, I feel like they put all their energy in the first 10 years, which is pretty much the whole all the way to Endgame. But I feel like they did execute the next generation of heroes very well. Like within that arc, other superheroes should have been coming. It's kind of like after Endgame, then Disney Plus came out, and then it was like, okay, hold on, here's Miss Marvel, and then here's Daredevil, here's Punisher. You know, it was like, it was kind of messy.
It was
the end. It's like, all right, Marvel, you don't have RDJ, you don't have Chris Evans.
Yeah, you guys should have handled this.
Yeah,
way before it became an issue.
You gave us Tom, you gave us Spider-Man. All right, I am now intrigued. Okay, and then it's kind of like, the biggest thing about Marvel is the multiverse, and I feel like they went into that era and dropped so many balls.
Yeah,
Loki saved their life,
dude. I didn't mind Loki.
Save the multiverse's life. Whoever, when they watch this, if y'all disagree, argue with your mama, not me.
Yeah,
Loki saved the whole entire multiverse shit.
Well, because it connected all the fucking, like, they needed
everything.
They needed that.
They pretty much, how do I say it? Kind of like what you were saying. They pretty much went back and cleaned up loose ends to make it make sense with Loki.
Yeah, but they need to do that for everyone.
But
man,
I've heard Deadpool and Wolverine is because they're showing on the press tour like the first 45 something like that minutes of the movie.
Yeah.
Everything we've seen in the trailers is pretty much within that first 40 minutes of the movie.
Oh, those bastards!
But the movie's still over 2 hours, so it's not like jumbled, but still. Over the 40 minutes, we're gonna see bits and parts. So there's a lot.
There's a lot of shit in those, but there's a lot of like Easter eggs. Because I don't know about you, I fall down those Easter egg videos, and I'm like, there's a lot of stuff.
It's a lot.
There's a lot. But you know, I feel like Deadpool is renowned for misdirection. Like anything that Deadpool touches, I take with a massive grain of salt.
Yeah, but. It's the critics and it's the nerds like us that are saying that this is going to reignite the MCU in the right direction, and that makes my heart happy.
Yeah.
Then to hear that Hugh Jackman in an interview that I watched, he said, "Oh yeah, after Deadpool Wolverine, I'm still gonna be Wolverine."
Hell yes. Finally, consistency. Consistency.
I was like, bro, give me Old Man Logan in the MCU where we actually can see him go against the Hulk while the Hulk is eating people and shit, and like Hawkeye's missing an arm and all that. Like, give me that. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying Logan is horrible by no means at all. Logan is a cinematic art piece, but if you can give me Old Man Logan in the sense of that MCU feel,
it
you know, without touching Logan, leave Logan alone. Leave Logan alone.
If you could fill the time between his last iteration as Wolverine and Logan, if you could fill that with the movies, and then still have Logan as like the end, you know, and have it still like kind of sort of canon, then that would be awesome.
I think they're getting the shit back together.
They need to, man, because they
can't do Avengers Secret Wars and be this messy.
No,
you can't. Secret Wars is the biggest Marvel event. You can't. If they fuck up Secret Wars, they probably would lose me as like a MCU like fan. Like I'll probably just be like, all right, it's cool. I'll watch them when I can, but
like after Endgame, I was like, I'm too invested, and I felt done. I'm like, I'm drained. Like, give me some time.
Yeah, you didn't took Robert from me. The Cap didn't never come back. He stayed his ass back there. Like, you just did too much to my heart too fast.
I was like, there's I can only handle so much, man. But what are you? So are you? All right, hear me out on this. Are you a DC or Marvel?
Primarily Marvel. But
okay,
I love. Here's make sure I get the camera right. So, there's Mjolnir.
Mm-hmm.
That's Mjolnir. That's the Hulk's fist.
Yeah.
That's Spidey, and then that's Tony's arc reactor.
Yeah.
And all the webs from Spider-Man kind of like connect them.
I like it.
And then you go over here to the DC arm.
Yeah.
You got Aquaman. You got the Fat Batman. You got Flash. You got Green Arrow. And then I got the lightning bolts from the Flash connecting. And
that's cool.
Those are just my people I rock with. But if you said anything like Marvel, it's Spider-Man. Like, I mean,
I didn't mind. I did. All right. One of the best Spider-Man movies, and I know this is going to sound absolutely nuts, is the multiverse one, Spider-Verse. The Miles Morales, the cartoon animated one.
Oh, the animated.
That was too good to be what my son says, cartoon. I'm like, it's more than that.
It's more than that. It's they can do things in the animated movies that they can't do in actual movies. And budget wise, like, so much goes into making Tom Holland do a backflip as Spider-Man and then put that on screen versus
pretty much. Now unpopular opinion here, or maybe popular, I don't know. The Lego Batman movie is canon.
For DC,
in the Batman,
like in the Batman verse, in the
Batman verse in itself has to be considered canon.
It's considered canon, but you know the way I had DC and pretty much Marvel does it. It's canon in that universe. You know, there's a Lego verse.
Yeah,
but when you say canon, they do go off like most of the history and stuff of the canon lore of Batman. Yeah. But then they try to make it seem like if we want to do something different, it's like, you guys are not. I'm a nerd. I've played Lego Batman the game. You guys are pretty much doing Batman the 80-minute show and then giving us some other Batman lores in it. Like, you're not gonna do nothing different. But fine, have your Lego verse. It's cool. I understand. You just want an excuse to have a Lego verse. You can have it.
But
whatever.
I love that Lego Batman. I feel like I am so up to date with the recent cartoons because of my 5-year-old son, which is, I didn't know I would be here in life, you know, like, like, okay, you're gonna be watching cartoons for the most part.
You've been watching cartoons for most of your life.
Everyone's like, what's the game today? I'm like, I know what's happening with Paw Patrol. Like, I don't know who's playing who. but
Yeah.
I can tell you what the hell's happening with Chase. You know, like I know that. I didn't think I would ever would, but
I can't tell you what's going on outside, but I can let you know my daughter loves the fuck out of Bluey.
oh my god, man, have you?
Bingo, mom, dad, muffin.
I have been finding myself more invested in those cartoons than they are.
Oh,
When
yeah,
I watch
definitely.
them, I'm like, whatever. This is
Definitely,
whatever.
like
And by the end, I'm like
Bluey.
glued.
Bluey is definitely like a family show all around because I'm sitting there thinking to myself the same thing. Like, all right, I'm watching this for the kiddo. Like, geez, I really just want to turn the PlayStation on, but anything for the kiddo. And next thing you know, I'm like 3 seasons in because they're like mini episodes, and I'm just sitting here like
what?
And then before you know it, me and her both like,
yeah, man. It's funny. It's funny. I think it's just absolutely hilarious. It's like, how dare they? How dare they make something for the parents as well?
Yeah.
Like, damn it. But yeah, man. So just a quick thing. So with the what was your first music reaction on YouTube? Do you remember?
I believe it was, without looking, I believe it was Tech Nine, Joey Cool, King ISO, and The Rock. I think it was what's the track called? I forgot. I had it in my head. I forgot. You know what? It was the one with Tech Nine and The Rock.
Yeah.
Where The Rock was
Yeah.
That one.
I remember the hype when that dropped.
That
like,
was the
first
Rock one because I'm a big Rock fan.
Big
Rock, like anything that has Dwayne's name on it, like Tiramana, Zoa, I'm fucking drinking and taking part of. So
yeah,
when I'm like, The Rock is rapping, I'm like, hold on, let me check this out. And then you listen to the song, you like, The Rock is rapping. What the fuck?
Wait, what?
You're
What's
like,
going on?
I'm like, all right, I'm in a multiverse. I myself am a variant in this universe. Somehow I Rick and Morty some shit, and now I need to figure out how to un-Rick and Morty some shit.
Right.
Because I want to go back to my universe because The Rock should not be rapping with his big ass.
Yeah,
like, no.
It doesn't like save some stuff.
It's about
for
God.
everyone
it's
else.
About power. It's about like you doing
like,
too much. You're doing everything. Yeah. Go back and do movies or go wrestle or go make some tequila or something. Now you rapping?
Yeah, like you gotta chill. And then he's the voice of Maui singing, and I'm like, come on. Yeah. Let's just chill.
If someone told me, little old me with my WWE toys and watching SmackDown and Raw and playing a game, like, hey, The Rock's going to be a Disney character and he's going to be singing, I'd be like, the fuck out my face.
yeah.
He has hair right now. What do you mean he's going to be bald?
Yeah. No way. No way. There's no way he can get any bigger than he is right now. You know, but that's it. You go back in time and tell that to your future self, like, there's no way.
Like you're not gonna understand. Like he's
bigger now than he was in wrestling.
Yeah. Also, wait about 12 days. Let your parents know there's this thing called Google. They should invest in that.
Yeah, that thing.
He's gonna be asking. It states away, but invest in Google. You'll be set,
man. That's right. Oh my God. Right.
Don't. Then when that one friend tells you to buy Bitcoin, buy it.
Just sit on it. Forget about it. Buy 100 shares and just forget about it for about 5 years.
Haunts me to this day. I did have somebody who was all into that, and mine was just being scared. I wasn't. I'm a big into. If I don't know about it, I ain't.
Yeah.
And he's like, bro, this is a thing called Bitcoin, man. You gotta just at least buy one. Like you be set in like 12, 15 years. And I hear that in my head. I'm just like, there's no, you know, I'm naive at that point in my life. So I'm like, that's not how money works.
No,
man.
You just have the thing is you just have common sense.
Yeah. So
it's not that. It's like, don't fault yourself, man. Because, oh, hey, man, here's invest in a currency. Where is it? It doesn't exist. It's out there.
Yeah. I'm like,
what?
And then he was also, you know, at that point in my life, I would say a fellow dumbass. So when he displayed it, I'm just like,
yeah,
no, I'm not doing that.
Yeah,
you just said it's untraceable. So if I give you money, there's no way I can get that back. He's like, well, not right now. In 12 years, I don't have 12 years. I want money now. And then shit happens. I'm just sitting there like,
yeah. It's like,
if I would have bought 5 of them, I would have been a multimillionaire right now.
Isn't that disgusting? Isn't that disgusting?
And then my wife was like, you still be streaming? I'm like, that would be the dope part. I'm a multi-millionaire streamer. Yes, I would be. And then she's like, and then I'm like, and then at that point, we both said it. She's like, you would be the Black Mr. Beast. I'm like, exactly. Because I like shit like that. Like I'm not a selfish person. I how do you say this? I wouldn't say get off. That sounds weird. I relish in other people being happy, especially if I can make them happy, and not in a way of like I'm making you happy because I expect you to do something soon.
Yeah,
like no,
philanthropic kind of
yeah,
thing.
like here.
Yeah,
like I want to be the one to go on somebody's stream and they've been doing it for like 3 days, and I'm like, what's your name? Because in my head, I'm like, if they say their name, I'm going to drop $10,000. Oh, my name is so and so. Boop, $10,000.
Wouldn't that be awesome? Like that would be nuts. Like I feel like
take care of your life for a couple years,
bro. I feel like we're here to not be speed bumps. I either help you along and wish you the most success, or I get out of your way if I can't help you.
Exactly.
That's it.
I don't hold nobody back. If I can help you, I help you. If I can't, and then I boot to the side. I'm like, after you.
Yep. No worries. Like I feel like everyone has their moments, their times, and yeah, man. I've always want people to be 20 million times more successful than myself. I just want to see people succeed, because that's like the best cure for humanity is when people succeed.
Someone succeeding and I wouldn't say feeling like they're reaching their potential, but reaching their potential. Everybody deserves to have that feeling of like, I'm either reaching it or I'm fulfilling my potential.
And half the time it's just the perseverance, right? That's just what it is. Just keep going at it. With this kind of thing, with this YouTube thing, it's pretty crazy because on this side of things, you just see numbers and trends, and it's like it can be very daunting and draining. It's like, what am I doing? What happened? It's just like we all have had those ticks, those dips, and those spikes, and you're just like
imposter syndrome. Just being like, I can't do this shit. I can't keep up. I can't do this and this and this and this, and you gotta beat yourself out of it. And I've been doing this for 7 years. I started off on Twitch,
crazy, dude. That's
7 years, 8 years, 7 years.
Wow,
7 years, and it started off of like the wrong way. Like I'm gonna play games and I'm gonna automatically make money. Me realizing my potential in this wasn't until this. I was like, all right, let me try something different, because just sitting here creating content, being hype as fuck, playing a game, and it's to 3 people. What the fuck's going on? So I go to YouTube, and it starts making me realize the potential I had as a content creator was to connect people. It was never, once I got out of my own way of being selfish and wanting to be like, I want to be a gamer who's making money. Yeah. It became, once you open your eyes and step back, I'm like, I'm here to connect people. I'm here to, no matter what walk of life you're in, and no matter what you believe in, no matter what you identify, I do not give a fuck.
Yeah.
If your name is Fluffy Poof 69, I don't care that your name is Aaron in real life. When you get in here, you're Fluffy Poof 69. I want you to forget about that. I want you to connect with people who are like-minded. I want to create an area that is not segregated by religion, by politics, I want people to be like, I don't know nothing about your political side, nothing about your religion. All I know is you, and you're cool as fuck. Yeah. You like the same music. You like the same things. So at that point, it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
it won't matter. Somebody can tell me like, "Hey, man, I'm an atheist."
Yeah, I don't.
All right, cool.
I didn't ask.
What games do you play? And they're like, you don't care? No, I'm trying to figure out what game you play so we can blow some shit up. Are we gonna blow some shit up? Are we gonna shoot some shit? Are we going bowl? Like, I'm trying to figure out. Are we going some Wii Sports? Like, what are we doing?
It's pretty crazy because like I've never been one to like judge anyone. We're co people. Right? I'm just like, I'm too busy getting my shit myself.
Yeah, I'm in my own. I got a daughter, a kid, a wife. Like I don't got time to look up. Like, hey, you're doing so and so. Like,
no.
I've mastered the art of minding my fucking business. And with that, with that, I am at peace. It takes a lot to get me out of my character, get me mad. If you're not threatening me or my family, I'm at peace. And
Yeah.
a lot of people can't say that. And I don't say it in a way of being like, haha, like I'm just at peace with what I'm trying to do, what I'm trying to elevate, what's going on around me.
Well,
You know,
you got your blinders on and you're in the hustle mode, and you got your castle around you, right? And it's like, I feel like for me, I can do anything as long as the home camp is good. Home camp's good, everyone's
home camp's
happy.
good. I can go on my side missions.
I am invincible. If I there's nothing out there that can affect me as long as home's good, and that's really what the driving force is for me on this channel, because it's pretty insane how, like, you've been at this for 7 years, bro. That's determination, man. Like, we started our channel over on Embrace the Stuck 21 as a weight loss journey, and we were leading up to doing a Tough Mudder, which is like an obstacle course, kind of thing, and that that fell flat on its face very quick. But we stumbled into reactions, and since then it's been the most successful mistake I've ever made. It's like
that is literally how I feel. Like it was a mistake, the biggest blessing of a mistake ever.
Yeah, I failed successfully.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Failure is successful. What? Don't teach your kids that. Yes.
Yeah. Exactly.
Like, I just fell into it. Like you said, it years prior to that, within those 7 years of streaming, of course I was on YouTube because everybody else used YouTube.
Yeah.
I watched No Life Shack and Simba and different reactors, not just like for research.
Oh my God, I was Simba.
Yeah, man. I was just watching. I'm just watching because I'm at that point. I like what they're doing. I'm just watching. So it never came across my head when I did what I did for the Tech 9 video. Like, hey, I'm going to be like those reactors. I just in my head, in my bubble, because I like to stay in my realm. I was like, I like Tech 9. I like The Rock. Let me just give my tidbit about being a Rock fan, like how I feel about this music video, and then it was like you said about Guitar Hero. I already, whoa, back belly, bam, bam, whoa, like different songs. Yeah, because I grew up. It wasn't like I'm bashing on my parents, like, oh, they didn't want me to, be cultured. It was just more of I was just around an environment and grew up in a area that those things wasn't presented to me. Unless it was in a video game, so it was no way for me to figure out my musical taste. So then doing reactions, it makes me like, I like this shit. Oh, wait, I like the way guitars sound. Is that the drums? Oh, because I'm a dancer, so I hear music differently. Like I feel the music. People hear music. I feel it. I feel the energy and the vibe. So I always just loved being around music, but I never knew how to get out to different types of music. Like I didn't know to go to the store and be
you were in your sphere. You're in your
who is this?
Your bubble. And that's how, I feel like all of us are raised like that.
I listened to mixtapes and stuff. So like I didn't know half of any of these artists. Like if you'd have told me that I would have listened to Kiss or actually listened to Queen and gave him a chance, I would have been like,
who?
Is it on Guitar Hero? Yeah. I don't fucking know about it. Like I don't fucking know. And then it gives you a bigger appreciation to music because it's like you said, there's so many gifted talent out there that I don't want none of these record labels to touch.
Yeah.
Because once you get out of that bubble, you're like, why haven't we as a people made them famous? And we're gonna make somebody famous. I don't want to make you famous. Why the fuck is Blueface famous? He can't even catch a beat to save his life. But yet he's sitting here beating up on people and making money. Like, but and then like you said earlier, you got Dimash. Like I never would have known about that. Deanna Ankudinova, Angelina Jordan, like
who?
who?
I
Like
would have
you talk
never
about a kid
crossed,
who's cruising
never
down my
crossed
street in my
paths.
6'4". Like I'm
Yeah,
not thinking about that.
no. It's funny how like this thing, it makes you feel so small once your music, I guess, library, your music knowledge kind of gets a little bigger. Like, wow, there's the little bit that I know is minuscule compared to what's out there, and for me, it's funny. Have you done this on your channel? It's like you fall into a rabbit hole. Like for me, it started with I started music reactions. I did a World Cup coverage back in the when it was on, and from there I got hit with all the copyright claims for doing the sports, right?
Yeah.
And that went away. So I was like, let me do some classic rock because I grew up with classic rock, but I've never heard them live, and I was like, I know there's these old recordings that exist on YouTube. I would love to check this out.
Right.
Well, that fell flat on its face. And someone in the community was like, why don't you check out Nightwish? And started with Nightwish. And the Nightwish led me to the lead singer of Nightwish, Floor Jansen, right? And Floor Jansen did a cover of someone that did a cover of, or did a original, and then Dimash. And I was like, it just.
And then you land Dimash, and when you hear him sing, you're just like,
yeah, you're like, I don't understand how this is a human.
Like, I like one of my reactions. I was like, I am internally crying. Physically, I can't because I'm shocked, but my soul is like weeping because this man's voice is beautiful.
Yeah,
like 1 minute he's going low, you're like, oh, okay, that's cool. Whoa,
and it's just like up to the roof. I'm like, I have to make sure I have no glassware. Like I'm just like, this is all shattered. But,
and even though it's a TV show, America's Got Talent have a lot of people come through.
Yeah, they do.
And I don't watch TV, so it's like I never would have found out about Gabrielle Nhiki or Putri.
Were you able to get those America's Got Talent like stuff through? Because I tried and I got hit with all the. Did you? Man. Yeah. Oh, that's my biggest.
They're picky. YouTube is picky. They say they're very picky.
That's my biggest bone to pick, and I've mentioned this a lot of times. Like, what works for someone may not work for another person,
right?
And it's like it limits how much we can lean on each other for suggestions and help, because you do things your way and they work. If I do things the same way, it may not work for me, and that to me is my biggest, I would say, qualm.
I mean, YouTube. I made some of the videos transparent. That seems to help a little bit. I'll just make it on transparent, but sometimes you forget. And it was just, I don't know if I was doing it too fast. And YouTube was like, I don't know. Because sometimes you'll do that. And then months later, YouTube will be like, gotcha.
Yeah. Not transparent enough.
Yeah. Yeah. So I've always had the same qualm because I'll see someone else put a reaction and I'm like, yeah, mine is still in limbo right now.
Yeah. Like, the purgatory that just like
I'll in my head I'm like, oh, this song came out cool, and then I'll of course, me being what I do, I'll have recommendations of other reactors. So I'm like, cool. In my head I'm like, their videos are posted, bet this is a cool video, do mine, go to it, it's like it's been blocked in all areas, and I'm like, but yeah,
like, and then you go, oh man,
I got a appeal, and I wait 3 days. I'm like, and then it finally comes out, and I'm like, dude, there's a new video out.
Yeah, yeah. It's funny how like when something drops and pops off, we try to hover around what's going on, at least within our sphere, a little bit of our people that comment on our videos will let us know. Good patrons of the channel, like we'll drop, hey, this just dropped, hope stay on it, and they're like, oh, cool, bet, I'll be there. But I
don't ever mind those comments. Comments, like different video, and they're like, hey, I noticed at the video, but so and so dropped, because I'm like, cool. I'm not on YouTube all day, but like refresh. I got kids and stuff, so I can't keep up. But when the community is always there for me to pop up, and then they hit my Discord. Hey, yo, you about to miss Eminem and Baby Tron? I'm like, oh,
man. Oh, some of these amazing people, ultra fans, right? They know so much information, like almost like government level, information about.
I'm like, all right, FBI agent.
Yeah. Like I don't know if you've been in your Dimash comments.
Yeah.
This long.
I would get a paragraph about, hey, in 2009, Dimash, he composed this by himself, and he saved the baby kid underneath the tree, and then he became an Incredible Hulk and picked up a car while he was singing, and this vocal.
Like what? Yeah, and then in 2011, he had a single knot on his right shoe, and he tied his left shoe in a double knot. Like,
and then when he tied a double knot, that's when the song Double Knot came to fruition. You're like,
whoa. I need some space. That's a lot.
Hold on. You didn't even take me out for a drink yet. Hold on.
That's a lot. That's a lot too much. Yeah. And I don't mind like the long comments on the video.
I don't
because I'd rather have a long ass comment than 14 different little comments from the same person.
Just give me a long comment, and trust me, I'll read those. Anybody, when y'all see this, I do read those. So shout out to my long commenters, because I like knowledge. I like knowledge too. So I like.
It's frustrating when they try to put a link in at one of those long comments and it just disappears. The whole comment just bloop.
I'm like,
I'm so sorry for the time you wasted, but no, it's going to be between a month to 3 months before I go to my held for review and clean that nonsense out. Because
some of the comments don't be aimed at me. I just be like,
they're just commenting to just like, you needed to put some letters on a video. Like that's because some of the comments, I'm just like, no, man, you need to have your keyboard revoked. Like,
I'm like, you wild for that. You wild. The most wildest thing is, I'm like, a lot of these keyboard warriors think they offend people.
No,
and maybe they do. Maybe some person does. But I'm like, you're on the internet. The chance of me seeing you is slim to none. I don't. You're wasting your fingertip energy.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah. I honestly, for me, like, unless it's something egregious, there's no way in hell that's ever seen the light of day, I'll let it through, because I want people to see that everybody's opinion.
And I want that dialogue. Like, hey, if you get into an intellectual conversation with somebody because they know their shit and you don't, sorry, you back yourself in the corner.
Yeah.
Maybe now I've led you to learn from your mistakes. In the next video, you won't be asshole.
And hear me out on this. Like, I put it up because I know and I trust the community that we're part of, that we built. You know, they got our backs, and they'll fix itself. Oh, yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's like, hey, you're out of line. Here's the community.
I've had one comment, many comments. I'm like, oh man, y'all tripping. And I ignore some. Then I go back and I'm like, oh Lord, the wolves did and attack your shit. Oh Lord.
Oh my
I'm like,
God.
Well, some of my people in my comments, they'll say it straight out, like Wolf may not be able to say it, but if you don't get your stank, I'm like, oh
yeah. Dude, it's because we don't get notifications when there's a reply to a comment.
Right.
So there's some comments like, that was weird, and then you
just
go
wake
back
up to a rabbit hole. Like,
there's like 28 replies. Like, oh God.
Yeah, then I go to Discord, but like, yo, I love y'all, but y'all can't be cussing people out like this, though. Like, because then what happens when YouTube and you like just put it to like one cuss word per like 10 minutes. You was Samuel L. Jackson on that post. Like, you was going in. Like, Samuel himself would be proud.
Yeah.
Especially on my Tom McDonald videos.
Oh man.
Shout out to Tom McDonald, because that's actually what blew this whole thing up.
Yeah. Me. Is that that was the push?
Yeah, I did Tech 9. And this is later on when I met one of my friends who said the whole delay does not mean denied, because I did the video, and of course in my head I'm like, damn, I got like only 30 views. This ain't cut out for me. So I kind of stopped. I did that video and kind of stopped. And my homie Shady, shout out to Shady, he was doing he was doing reactions to Tom McDonald and who's the guy that comes out every Wednesday? Not Token. That's what it ends. I can't remember his name right now.
Mhm.
Dang. And he just literally he was like, bro, you should do Tom McDonald God Mode. He just dropped a video to God Mode. You should listen to that. And I'm like, all right, I guess I'll try. And then I go and watch the video and react to it. And I'll make sure I'm saying that right. I think it was God Mode. Hold on. No, God Mode is the one that just came out.
Mm-hmm.
God Mode. Gosh, I hate when I have the video in my head in the name, and then it just like it just goes away. I'm like,
so which is it?
Riot. There we go. Riot.
Okay.
That God Mode. He told me to do Riot, and I did Riot, and Hangover Gang was just so amazing, and they blew that video up. And then I'm one of those people of like, okay, I've seen you, because at that time that was his most recent video was Riot.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm like, okay, I'm the type of people that like, I want to see how you evolved.
Yeah.
You know, I got you here now and you're in the present. Let me go back. So I went to his first ever YouTube video and did his whole entire catalog that's on YouTube.
Wow.
Like I am proud to say if I have his whole entire catalog that's on YouTube, that the community would say some videos on Facebook, I have them all reacted to.
Wow.
And that Tom really was the artist that blew my reaction side up. And then that led to, you know, people being like, yo, check out ACAL, check out Upchurch. Shit, did you know Nova, his girl, she does stuff, check that out. They have a band together called GFBF, check that. Like, it led to different, like you said, because in my head, very naively, I'm like, all right, we're gonna do
can't be that long.
Just Tom McDonald, and then as we do Tom McDonald, I'm gonna do just ACAL. At the ACAL, I'm gonna do just Nova, and then next you know, it was like
all of them.
I'm everywhere, and then there's an artist that I'm like, where'd you come from? Okay, I'm doing you too. Like, all right, like it's so, because I don't ever want to be a fan page, so to speak, of like just a reaction of one artist. I want everything.
What I found with kind of like doing that is I spread myself too thin. Like you start with one, then you have, let's say, I keep coming back to Nightwish. I don't mean to just bring them up. I'm not obviously I'm not a plant by them. They're not paying.
Nightwish was the
so
was your big bang, kind of like Tom is for me.
And I did what you did with Tom with Nightwish. I went back to the old, like because it dropped me in the current. So
because they have different lead artists too.
And so I had to go back and see what they were to current, right? To the current reaction or the current video. Freaking, that's a journey, bro. That is okay. I think I have 150 videos.
Oh, I'm gonna have to do that then.
I mean, it's a quest.
Have you heard of The Warning?
Yeah.
Okay.
I have a small bone to pick with them. All right. Now I have a couple stories about The Warning. All right. So every other weekend I do a concert premiere. You know, I check out a full concert, and I just, because for me I was getting too bogged down with trying to figure out what to do next, and little bits and pieces and a song and like here and there, and I'm like, you know what? Let's just do it all at once.
Yeah.
All at once. Well, once they got signed to their Lava Records, my whole concert was just taken down.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was just taken out off YouTube. I'm like, oh my God. So that's when I was like, okay, we'll just chill with this. But I love them. Those sisters.
Yeah, there's no words. Like first of all, I love that it's three sisters. Mm-hmm. Like I love anything that goes against the grain that should not work. But
that's like a lot against the grain. Their band like should not work.
Not work. Because you have some bands that have like 15 different people on it. There's different instruments. You have a guitar, a bass, and a drum. Shout out to Pal.
Yeah.
And a drum. No, that's my girl though. Like, you know,
Man.
Allie, I love
And
that, but
and the vocals,
woo,
and the
woo.
vocals, and
Yeah,
she has the
yeah,
vocals, and
yeah.
that surprised me. I'm like, who's singing? It's like, oh. I was like, next level. I was like, that's awesome.
They all do
Yep.
everything. Like I said, I love them. Shout out to TWA, or as
Yeah.
I say, the Twa. Well, somebody, so my talk to text thing said it on stream, and they said this, you know, TWA, and it was like Twa. So now the people who were in there, we kind of have like an inside joke. We're like Twa.
That's awesome, bro. But yeah, no, the Warning, man. Their fan base is awesome. You know, I kind of pissed them off. Now, it's because I made a top 5 video, top 5 artist video, like so far on my channel, that has been influential to the channel. All right, they forgot that part. They didn't hear that part when I was like influential to the channel.
They're like, you put the Warning number what?
You know, I didn't have them. I didn't have them because it wasn't like the bands I have on that list are like the ones that have led me to more bands.
Right. It's not nothing, no disrespect. It's just like, you know,
you would have swore I punched their firstborn in the throat. And I'm like, dude. So love the Warning though. Love the Warning. But I know that what the hell are we even talking about? The Warning.
I got cussed out for not reacting to them lately, and it just because, like you said, the videos were getting blocked here and there. Mine were getting kind of stuck in limbo. But I like to take a break from different bands, because not just because for myself, but I don't want to listen to everything, and then I hate being stuck and listening to everything. Now I'm waiting for new music, like I am now with Tom. Like,
you're current.
Hold on, what's today? Today's Friday. Yep, today's Tom Day. Tom released the video today, so it's like I have to wait until Tom says I'm dropping a new so and so for me to get, you know, more stuff. So I like being like I have stuff to go to versus just hitting it all at once. Then I'm like,
and so that's what I was talking about. It's like I had these different rabbit holes I had opened up, and through those journeys, I would have the Nightwish crowd. I would have the Angelina Jordan crowd, the Dimash crowd. I would have different crowds within the channel, right? That I'm trying to get videos for, and just to be like, all right, we're all here. Let's just watch. But I was uploading 6 videos a day for like 3 months, and I'm like, I'm done. I'm like, I can't, and I just hit that burnout, and I was like, dude, I have to chill. Because a lot of these fan bases, not a lot, sorry, some are militant fan bases, which I appreciate. Love you guys for that. But you know, we try to give you guys as much as we can when we can.
And then it feels like we're not giving you guys enough because the way you guys come at us, and it's like, hey, yo,
like, dude,
hold on.
Like, like, I know you probably found, like, people, I get it. You find the channel for the musician you love. I get that. I 100% get that, and I know that. But understand that every video is not going to be that.
Exactly.
You know, just give, like, that's the olive branch. Understand that.
Yeah, like just be easy. I understand that I might, you know, it might be 4 months I don't get back to your favorite band. It's not because I lost respect for them. I don't like them. I'm on a journey that's taken me. I am like the Star Trek of music, or we are, because we're on like an expedition all the time, just a journey of finding new planets, aka artists and music, and
it takes a long time, man. It takes a long time to like get through. And I did what you did with him with Nightwish, and I completed that, and I'm current. You know, I'm pretty much current, and I'm like, okay, we're good there. But there's another 5,000 bands out there, you know, that are just I want to get to, I have to get to, and it's an interesting one. This whole reaction thing is absolutely crazy. Like, the concept of is nuts, but I love it. I feel like we're ish like radio DJs. Like, I feel like that. I almost we have pushed them aside and sort of here we are. You know, let's greatest hits from today.
Yeah, and we kind of push them out there because when I think about my numbers, because I have a big thing against numbers.
Yeah.
Because doing it for 7 years is just you would get to the point where you think numbers make you, and numbers do not make you or your content. So it just gets to the point of you want to release the best possible reaction. But if I'm too busy doing too many of that one person, I'm going to get burnt out.
Yeah.
And then you're going to see my energy level go from, oh,
to like,
yeah.
And it's not fair to the artist either.
Exactly.
We enjoy the artist.
Yeah.
When would you, I mean, aside from a concert setting, when would you ever sit and listen to an artist's complete discography for 20 years? Like, I'm sorry.
Like, give me a break.
I need a break.
Give me a break. Give me a break.
But
the thing is, like you said, you just hit you said over 100K. It's when I think about numbers like that, and what I do as a reactor, I'm more like, how many of those people that are subbed to my channel have not heard this artist that I'm about to upload? So it helps me, it helps them, because I like the thought of just like, I'm introducing, just as this was new to me, I'm introducing somebody else to someone that they've never heard, and I might be up their musical palette. They're like, whoa, who is this?
Yeah.
Because my whole thing is I have to remind the community and other just people, like, I'm not a bar breakdown channel.
Yeah.
And I don't want to push it that way, but it kind of comes almost as like people are like, hey,
you missed this.
You have melanin. You should automatically be breaking down bars. And then I throw them off like, actually, if you want one of the best bar breakdown channels, go to my homie Knox Hill. And they're like,
yeah,
why are you referring somebody else? I'm like, I'm not a hater.
No, yeah.
But I'm a first time reactor. Most 9 or 10 times out of 10, I've never heard this song, because most of the 80s, 70s, 60s music that wasn't hip hop and rap, I've never heard of.
Yeah.
I've there's songs, and you know, I'm big on movies, so I'll be like, oh, I know this song.
Yeah.
But then I'll be like, I never fucking knew that Queen sang the song. Like, bro, you should have seen my community laughing at me when they started doing we like, I'm like wait, are they covering the song? And they're like well, Queen made that. I'm like,
yeah, like, oh,
I'm like, I never knew that. I never knew that.
Just like, I learned today. Things
like,
I learned today.
I never knew that. Or certain like R&B songs
that were originally like not R&B songs.
Yeah. Or the ones where people would think, or me, I thought that was sang by a brother. I was like, oh, brother got soul. And then I see it, I'm like,
these are two white dudes. Like, what? Talking about the Righteous Brothers?
Yeah, I'm like,
yeah, dude. Huh? Yeah.
And I look at myself like,
yeah, like, wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Okay. All right. I'm like, all right. This whole time I thought a brother sang this, and I get on it and it's two white dudes. And then it makes me even more happy because I'm like, everybody got soul. Yeah. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. It's a win-win. Like, I won.
Who was the one that shocked me the most? Recently I found out, like, the Dolly Parton song, that I Will Always Love You. That's a Dolly Parton song.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
oh, bro.
It was Whitney's song.
Yes.
I was like,
yes. That I just found that out like literally last week.
Yeah,
literally.
And it was like, who am I?
They played Dolly Parton. They did it, and I heard the title, and I'm like, nah, it's probably just same title but different song. And I hear it, I'm like, no. I'm like, no. I'm like, what in the motherfucking Mandela effect is going on? I'm like, no. I'm like, you're telling me that Dolly sang this song first? And they're like, yeah. I'm like, bruh, you go in my household right now and say Dolly sang that song first, they gonna laugh at you and say, get the fuck out. Whitney sang that song first. Like,
that's Whitney's song.
They're like, Whitney made it popular because Whitney absolutely owned it. took Dolly's. I'm sorry, I love Dolly, but she took Dolly's song. Was like, this is now my song. Look at me.
What wasn't that?
I'm the captain
in a movie? Wasn't that a soundtrack in a movie?
Yeah,
the
I
Guardian
can't
or
remember
the
it,
Bodyguard with Kevin Costner. Wasn't that? Because then that could have added to the elevated status.
I think it was
of
Body.
that song.
Yeah. So it was.
That's crazy.
That shocked me, and I heard it, and then I was like, "Y'all, don't get me wrong. Dolly sounds beautiful. Love the song. You're just not gonna like. That's one of the things that's just woven in my DNA. I'm like, you're not gonna tell me any different. I'm like someone like I like the original. I'm like, look, I'm not gonna judge you.
I appreciate the original. The original always has a place as the OG.
Yeah,
always.
Well, Whitney.
That's different, and just
Whitney did something different with that one.
Well, it's just like when we check out songs that are covers, because I know like Dimash and Angelina, they've done covers. Like you have to pay homage to the original,
especially if they was one that was big, like influential on your, you being an artist. Like you have to. Like Angelina not doing Elvis songs would be weird because she's grew up with Elvis. She grew up with a lot of the old school singers, so she emulates them. So it's like, why not do their covers? Like when she does her Whitney covers, like,
oh, dude, beautiful, man,
beautiful.
It's pretty interesting, man. The world we have woven here. The coolest thing is what brought us together is the community. Just how the community's together. We're and that's kind of where I'm taking this channel as like trying to bring together the community that we're part of,
right?
And make it seem less expensive. One kind of interview at a time, man. But
because our as a reactor, our communities are literally pocket communities.
Yeah.
We have our main, like, my community is called the Wolves Den. I have my main community, but within my community, you get that pocket of Angelina's community. You got that pocket, like almost every artist I've reacted to has added.
Yeah,
it's like little, and I actually feel the difference when I step into like the my Angelina Jordan pocket of my community. It's legit like I'm going to different little pocket universes.
Yeah,
like I have my main people, but it is like, all right, let me go over here to my Angelina people real quick. Boop. Hey guys, hey, let me go to this play real quick. Zoom. Bloop. Hey Dimash, because then sometimes you mentioned Angelina Jordan in the Dimash comment, and they're like,
"What are you doing?
I'm sorry,
what are you doing?"
That escapes me. Who is this you speak of? Oh, you're saying he's like an angel? No. A whole artist. He's an artist of an angel. No, Angelina Jordan. Like they don't really know about. So I love when I can kind of put somebody else in there, because like I'll do things where I'm like, yo, Angelina and Dimash in this song together would be amazing. And that's not me just saying it to be like, ha, 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 ha. That's really what I think. But hopefully I can get those hardcore, Dimash fans to be like, who's Angelina Jordan?
Yeah.
Then boom.
I wish, we have a couple, not a lot, that come to, or like, let's say, are part of the channel and discover. Usually you find a reaction channel with a hope to feel nostalgic, right? Having you see something for the first time that's beloved to you, and that's why I'm there. So like the discovery aspect is like, it's rare to find someone that is open-minded to discover new music on your journey too, because it's like, I don't know what I'm trying to say. It's just like, it's because they expect you to be open-minded, and you would hope that they would also be open-minded.
Also, yeah, because it's like, okay, you expect me to listen to this music and the artist who's not even in this country that's being promoted or even talked about.
Yeah.
And then if I mention one thing, it's like, hey, whoa, how dare you mention another artist? It's like, I'm not trying to control what you listen to. I'm just like, hey, this artist is kind of similar to this taste. Y'all might like them. I'm not trying to get you to forget about who you like, but maybe in some capacities, maybe some people can't be fans of other artists. Maybe they only have enough room to be like, This is who I'm rocking with. I don't have
That's my
time.
bubble. That's
Yeah.
my bubble. I mean, I get that. But I'm just like, they're the ones that brought us new music.
Mhm.
So in like form, I will bring you new music as well. And it's just like, I wish there was more, I don't know, open-mindedness.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that in a like kind of a bad way. It sounds bad, but I'm not.
No, it's not a bad way. It's just everyone needs to be open-minded to listen to something different, because as a reactor, me or you, we wouldn't be giving directions we give if we were closed-minded.
Yeah.
Because
we wouldn't be on this. We wouldn't be on this platform.
Because at the end of the day, I'd be like, y'all don't want to hear Tupac all day. That's all that is. Like, okay. Like,
yeah.
No.
So that's why I love your lives, man. Your lives, they're like what music? Yes.
Yeah. People come in like, what are you feeling today? I'm like, whatever you're feeling.
Yeah, there you go.
And that's like whatever you're. I want to, as much as you're asking for reaction, I want to see people's taste in music.
Yeah.
I don't mind it at all. I do. And maybe because I did come from the background of a little bit of nothing was shown to me, so I'm more open-minded on this journey, because I was just like, if I'm gonna do this as a reactor, I want it all.
Yeah.
I want the folk metal, I want the metal, I want the rock, I want the screamo. I want
it took me a minute though.
Everything.
It took me a long time to get into the screaming element of the metal. It took me like baby steps, and I inched my way into. But honestly, surprisingly, one of the most loving communities out there.
Oh yeah. And mine was just, like I said, just how I grew up. It just was like, all right, like it was embedded in me a little bit, just being like, all right, screamo, metal,
aggressive,
rock,
anger.
That's and I'm just saying how it was, because this is a raw interview.
Yeah.
No, we don't listen to that. That's white people stuff.
Yeah.
I'm like, but dude just hit a high note. He said,
yeah,
I like that. No, you don't like that. Here's Casey and JoJo. All right.
Okay.
Go listen to Peaches and Cream. But they're talking about go. Tupac's on. Go. There you go. No.
What happened to him? What Jagged Edge? Come on, man. What? Like,
yeah. And then I come home like, Mom, do you hear about Aerosmith? And she's like, who? And then of course my dad's like, oh, you're a Run DMC and Aerosmith. Yeah. I'm like, really? No, like a song with just Aerosmith. They're like, oh, ugh.
Yeah.
And I'm like, so it's enabled me to be like, I understand that's probably the only music they kind of had that they were shown, but I always wanted to hear different types of music. And like you said, the screamo, that I had to warm up to it, because what I was shown,
that's
it was
a
like
stark contrast. That is heads and tails.
But then the community is so loving, they help you get into it.
Dude,
either they help you get into it, or they help you realize, like, all right, I don't think this is for me. But you start appreciating it.
Yeah, and then they'll recommend like a softer song by this artist, or a different type of song by this artist, and then you're like, okay, let me check that. Like for softer vocals, for more harsh vocals, do these songs, and it's like they help you along the way, especially when they know, like. When you tell them where you're coming from, they're like, maybe this song isn't for them. Yeah. And then we'll just ease them in that way. And that's kind before.
I had somebody ease me in. It was like kind of smaller. And I was like, all right, like this is cool. This is awesome. And they're like, all right, can I step it up? And I was like, sure, go ahead. And then the next time I was like,
yo. I feel like every rite of passage is that the Ginger song.
Yes, dude, bro. When I got requested Ginger, I felt like my face got melted off. Hold on, my Discord going off. I don't know if it's going off in the interview. I don't want to keep hearing.
No, you're good, man.
There we go.
But no, Ginger did something to the soul. It did something to the soul. That was a different.
And then guess what? From Ginger to like, hey, have you heard about Ronnie Radke and Following Him in Reverse?
Yo.
I'm like, no, I haven't. They're like, well, he just released a song called Watch the World Burn. You should watch it. And I'm like, okay, whatever.
That's how I found your channel, man.
Hit play, and I'm like,
that was
rapping?
dude, that was eclectic. That
And then when he went from rapping to the screaming in the metal part, like he hooked me. He hooked me from there. Like following the verse hooked me because I'm like, all right, that's kind of my element because I like rap. Like yeah. And then it stops. I'm like, yeah.
Like what?
Why do I love this? What is going on? Why am I happy? What is this? And then next this following reverse, and then people were like, oh, if you like that, have you heard of Alex Terrible? I'm like, no, who the fuck is Alex Terrible? And then he just makes your whole throat feels like it should just be on fire.
Yeah.
Because he'll go from like, all right, guys, we're getting ready to do this. I'm like,
you're like, oh, just like my throat. I gotta drink water.
From the journey I took, I'm appreciating. You're just like, those gutturals are epic.
Yeah, man. They are nuts. Because
then I go from Alex, and then they're like, you heard of Lorna Show and Real Ramos? Like it's just like the rabbit hole just kept getting bigger and bigger.
It's expansive. Like there's no end to it. Like
Sleep Token.
There's
shout out to all of them.
There's so many, and you know what I love. I feel like I found Falling in Reverse late last year, right? And I've absolutely fallen in love with this, like the genre. Like honestly, you can't genre him in, and I love that.
What genre?
What like the latest genre? That with Jelly Roll? Oh my god! I was like,
yeah,
like even if that's not your thing, appreciate what he did with
man-made
the
yeehaw metal.
Yeah, and so I'm appreciating those types of bands that are able to, one, obviously have fun with their music and make good music, like and mix the genres and bring more people to the table. Yeah, And another artist that I absolutely love, constant playlist is the Electric Callboy guys. Those guys,
man, I just got hip to them.
Yo.
Probably about like 4 months ago, I got hip. Yeah. I'm liking them. I like them.
I accidentally found them, and I'm like, I'm here for the party. That's it. If there's anyone out there I will drink with, it'd be one of those guys, even though I would die. But you know what I mean? Like,
have you filled down the acapella hole?
So during lockdown, like I was that. Like I was like in it on my own. Like I got to current with that, and those are like the Home Freeze.
So you know about them? Okay,
Voice Play.
Yeah.
Tim Faust. The
oh my god.
Castellucci. Is it
Castellucci? Yeah.
Like
yeah.
That's why I don't have them on the channel.
I've been saying this forever. I need them to collab. I want just a bass album of Tim and Castellucci.
Well, they did. There was the bass. There's some bass song where all of these acapella bassists with Tim Faust did "Hooked on a Feeling."
Yeah. That's where I got the idea from. I was like, I just need a bass cover.
Yeah.
I just y'all get low to the point where like y'all start vibrating my fucking chakras. I'm like,
yeah, it's insane.
I'm trying to go to a Home Free concert and see if he can bust a speaker out. He busts so many speakers.
I bet, man.
So many speakers, so many Home Free concerts that I've watched, and you can hear it. He'll go low, and then you hear. I'm like, yep.
That's it. That's it.
And then as I noticed that, he'll look at the speaker like Tim. Tim would just look like I just did that.
Their speaker budget must be insane.
Oh my god! Especially with him.
But yeah, no. So people they come to the channels like, hey, you should check this out. Like, I will never put something on the channel that I've seen or heard, And there's some things that I'm in the constant with, right? That I just don't do on the channel, just because I listen to them in my free time, because I feel like not everything has to be recorded.
Yeah,
there's some stuff that I enjoy where I take that, what is it called? That the pressure to have to react, and it's not pressure. I enjoy reacting, but it's like I had that one less element while I enjoyed this, where I just absorb something, and especially if it's something that I'm not used to putting on the channel or known for putting on the channel, I can just enjoy it. I'm not going to put it on the channel. You know,
Broadnax kind of told me, kind of in a sense said that because when I met him at the church concert, I just was like, big fan, heard many of your songs, but your newest album I have not heard yet because I'm waiting to react to it. And he legit said, hey man, ain't no thing, baby, but baby, sometimes you gotta listen to stuff on your own, baby. You can't wait for somebody else, baby. And I'm like, yeah. He's like, you got to ride home. I'm like, oh yeah. He's like, how long is it? I'm like, about an hour. He's like, there's your ride music. He's like, sometimes maybe you're in a place and time where you can't react to it, but you're gonna miss out on it for months and then end up not hearing it because you didn't do the first time reaction. I'm like, you're right.
Yeah. There's a time like we have to have a way to like decompress ourselves. Like for me, the burnout is 100% real, and I let it hit me, and it shut everything down. And I know you probably have faced at least, I would assume, multiple from 7 years of doing this. You know, how do you overcome the burnout?
Man, I honestly, I just take my mental health days when I need to. I'm used to working, so it's just like I feel bad when I don't, but sometimes in order not to get burned out, I just have to be like, look, guys, today's no uploads, no lives. Like I'm gonna just disconnect, and at that time, I probably won't listen to music at all.
Yeah,
just give myself time to. Because with me being,
you gotta clean the palate. You gotta clean the palate.
I clean the palate, and I'm an empath, so I'm like empathetic. So I feel a lot of vibrations and stuff. So it's like sometimes I gotta clean out my cache, so to speak. I clean it out.
Yeah.
But sometimes the honest answer, man, sometimes I just push through the burnout. I literally go through the, always forward, never backwards. I just push through it. And I have one vacation a year in May. It's usually the wife's birthday / family vacation.
Nice.
To Florida.
Oh.
So I usually like just count down to the next May. To next May.
Yeah.
I'm like count down. And I just keep it pushing because like you said, it's a blessing that I'm here with my family. But in a sense, it's like I'm here. Sometimes me and my wife, I gotta be like, all right, I'm gonna go to the living room and play the game because I've seen you a lot. I love you.
I 100% get that, man. Like, I work from home too, and when you're always an option, you're always an option. When you're around, it's like out of sight, out of mind. Something happens.
Yeah.
Like if you had to go to an office to do this, it'd be a completely different dynamic.
Right.
But you're at home, and you still need to fulfill like home duties and father duties, which are never ending. So it's, I had to lock the door to my
Some
office.
of the reactions are just photo or just a video bomb with my daughter because I'm like, yo, that was tight, y'all. I'm like, yeah, oh, hey, baby, hey, all right, daddy's working, and then she's like, da. I'm like, all right,
yeah, well, but that's life, and I'm honestly, man, I'm proud of you doing this thing for so long, man, and honestly, being first and foremost, being a good dude, being a good man, being a good father. That's the most important thing, because I feel like I'm all about this brand of good dad. We need
I notice your wedding band, man. So I get the same vibes from you, man.
Yeah, it's like
same vibes.
At the end of the day, man, we're leaving a legacy for our kids. Maybe someday we'll see. After we're long gone, your daughter will be like, "Hey, kids, check out Grandpa doing his thing on this weird thing." And that's cool. You'll live on for your YouTube. Voice will live on for generations.
We don't do YouTube. We still watch Bloggerberg. No. Look.
Let's put on the
YouTube.
Hey, what is that? I believe they call that a computer. Whatever that is.
Yeah. I appreciate you, man, giving me
man,
a space to just talk. Not many people talk to us reactors, because we're just and nothing wrong with how they view us, but we're just we're reactors. We're
service
as
providers.
prideful as it is, we provide entertainment. And that makes me feel good that people are like it don't make me feel good but that they're having a shitty day, but if they're like like, man, I've had a shitty day, and coming into your live or coming and watching a couple of your reactions, like it chilled me out. It's cool.
like we can provide micro breaks
Yeah.
to their real life shit.
I tell people when you come in here, like this is your break. Like in a sense, leave that shit out there. I don't. You had a bad day. Cool. Now let me make that up to you. Let me fulfill your needs of not having a bad day. And we just vibe out. We talk about whatever. A lot of it is not. It's not even straightforward. Just reactions. And honestly, I think that's why I don't get super burned out, because the community allows me to be me, and we take breaks, and like we'll talk about Marvel. 1 minute is DC. 1 minute they're like, "Hey Wolf, did you see the new Wolverine and Deadpool TV spot?" We'll go watch that, and I'll be like, "Yo, I got a couple of clips from y'all that I fucked up on when I was playing the game. I got to see this," and then we'll laugh at me being a dumbass on the clips and stuff, and then it's like, "All right, let's do some reactions."
Yeah,
and it's fun. It's alleviating. They don't come in and be like, "Hey, Wolf,
this is it.
Song title,
song.
Do it
now."
All right, bye. Like, no, like
I put the coin in the slot.
Why isn't that playing? Like, yeah. And then of course, with lives, I put myself in the spotlight when people come in. They're like, "Do it now, do it now." "Oh, this is boring. You're stupid." Blah blah blah. I'm like, well, we have a system. I purposely, and I don't want to say this the wrong way, but when you come in, we say hi, we say hello, and then if you're like spamming my comments in my chat with like an artist, I ignore it, because it's just one rule I have in there is that if you want to be put on the list on the queue, tag a mod with your artist name and all that, and we'll do our job. !how, have a little bot tell you how to do it, and you still spam.
Yeah, that's not.
I'm sorry, I gotta block you. And then I get an email to my business email. They're like, "Fuck you," and then like the most obscene racial things, and I'm like, "Jokes on you, I grew up in the 90s, nothing you can stick and hurt me." Like, like I read it, I laugh. I'm like, oh
yeah, untouchable.
I'm like, buddy,
untouchable.
Not only did you hit me with the ER, you put 4 more R's on the end of it. Oh,
like,
you mean business? I'm like, all right. Jesus. Well, I've worked in blue collar. I've been called worse. I've worked in the retail. I was your friendly neighborhood AT&T salesman. I was.
Oh, geez. Yeah, no, I got you.
I did that for 10 years, and
AT&T, man.
I remember it was quitting. It was first. Okay. A Harley Davidson man came to me at AT&T and pretty much snagged me away from AT&T. I'm like, more money. Let me go sell motorcycles. I don't know a fucking thing about motorcycles, but I know at AT&T, I can literally capture your air that you're breathing and turn around, back it up, and be like, for 99 cents on your account, you can get air. Like, yeah. But I was never one of those shady salesmen. Like, I was up front to your contract. This is going to add more to your bill only by this month, but the discount you're getting, I made it make sense.
Yeah.
Like, oh, okay, my bill is going to be this, but I'm getting a $1,000 iPad for like $250.
Yeah. I was, my background is, I was mainly carpentry. Carpentry was my background, and banking. You know, and then U.S. Army thrown in there.
Okay. Yeah,
so all of the people skills.
Thank you for your service. Thank you for your service.
Thanks for paying me with your taxes. So,
that's the real shit.
You know,
see, that's why I'm at. Look. I tell people all the time, and they get confused. I'm like, COVID was the best thing that happened to me, and they're like, "What are you talking about? That was the worst." I'm like, I went from AT&T. Went from Harley Davidson's, and look, I love everyone, but that is a particular crowd who wants a particular person to sell them their bike. I don't think they wanted me to sell them a Harley. Now, I was the guy that whatever my craft was, I took pride in that, so I learned my shit. They hated it. Well, what about this? Oh, this is so-and-so. It's the coolant. It goes in.
Like, what about?
Well, let's go over here. I don't want this bike. Tell me about this. Oh, that came out 2 years ago. They're like, what the fuck? What the hell? and then I went to selling windows.
No way. Did you?
So yeah, literally,
That's
I was like Harley is it was too stressful. It was too
I can
stressful.
Windows, man. Jeez.
But then the windows was more like a we went to conventions to sell the windows.
Okay, you guys are the tables at the convention centers.
Like we have like our own a big demo
window
of a big demonstration of like a bathroom, because they did bathroom remodeling and like windows. So we sit there, and my job was just to be like, hey, you're not paying for nothing. Let me just sign you up someone to come out and give you a quote. That was their job. So I got paid on just signing people up, and I had a script to follow, and my boss would hate it because he's like, you're not following the script. Why don't you follow? Here's your 15 for today. And he's like,
sucks.
He's like, these are 15 appointments. We've been here for 30 minutes. I'm like, yeah. He's like, all right, don't tell nobody else this. You do whatever the hell you are doing. Yeah. They need to follow the script but you do whatever you're doing. Yeah. And I'm like, it's honesty. I tell them up front, you're not paying for nothing, but just your time, and your husband has to be there. And they're like, that's it. Yeah. Well, well, today don't work for me. What works for you? 2 weeks from now?
Yep. No, we just got done meeting with the window guy. I was just put through that. Yeah. I was just put through that. You know, I was like, I
was the guy, and then COVID happened, and I was just like,
well,
I love playing video games.
It allowed us to like understand the free, like it made the free time that we didn't really know.
It made you appreciate the more free.
Yeah.
You appreciate it.
And I mean, look at the YouTube world during 2020, 2021. It just blew up. YouTube changed. COVID changed YouTube.
Reactions actually came out from, people were doing it, but then like reactions really got popping. And you still have some people like, you being a reactor is not a real job. I'm like, say it to my bills that get paid, but they sometimes will be like, it's not your content. I'm like, actually, and then you have to let them know what you find out. Like, actually, it's under the fair use law. It is my content, because I'm still not just playing the whole song and just creating another channel that you can see that song. No, I'm pausing. I'm giving you details, tidbits, all this. It's different. It's different. It is that borderline right there, but it is different.
It's funny because like I've worked harder in my life. Mm-hmm. I've worked a lot harder in my life.
Yeah.
At the end of like recording, getting content, I'm still exhausted. I'm like,
I feel exhausted.
How am I still exhausted?
People are like, I wish I did what you did. I'm like
it's different. It's just a different. It's like a mental exhaustion.
Yeah.
Like I don't know what it is. It's like a drain on the spirit almost. Like because you give it all.
I give it my all. I don't. Not one point. I don't. I've ended lives early where I'm like, y'all, I'm exhausted. I'm not able to give y'all
me. I don't have any me left.
My 100. And then I'm like, those of you who pay for a request, you have two options. I can still do your request real quick before I head off, or let me recuperate. And I guarantee you, I'm gonna give you one of the best reactions you ever had of this song. Just give me some energy. And sometimes they'll be like, yeah, well, get the fuck off. You're tired, man. Go. Yeah. Because then they have my community understands like, bro, you're a father.
Yeah.
Like I'm trying to make lunch. Ask the wife like, hey, what do you need me to do? Oh, you need to take care of the baby, do the baby. Oh, wait 5 minutes. Let me go upload this video and then come back and be like, video's done. And make a thumbnail. And then I'm trying to do like, and then before you know it, she's like, it's 5 o'clock, babe. You gotta go to work because it's work. It is work.
Yeah. I hate that thumbnails work. I hate thumbnails. I hate thumbnails. I hate the fact that they do work. It blows my mind. That's one of the stupid steps. That's a stupid. Like I hate that step
because sometimes the thumbnails take longer than me doing the video.
I hate that step. I'm just like, really, dude? Like I can't just upload it. Like no.
But then I go to some other people's thumbnails and I'm like, maybe simple is better because you're still doing what you're doing and your video getting traction, but your thumbnail is very simple. You have the video in the back and then your big ass stuff cut out, and that's it.
Yeah.
And I've kind of started doing that because I'm like, I'm not about to sit here and spend more money paying somebody to do something on Canva that I can figure out, but I just don't know right now.
Yeah. Exactly.
That's it.
Dude.
But at the same time, I don't have enough time to sit there and be so sometimes it's easier to pay a professional thumbnail maker to be like, hey, here's $15 or whatever your rate is. Here's for like, give me 4 thumbnails because I just need them.
Wow, man. Yeah, dude. Like, it's just crazy, especially father, husband, and you're just like trying to like take the important. I'm not saying this isn't important.
No,
family first, always.
Yeah, always family first, always.
And being flexible with that schedule, then having your schedule, and it's just like sometimes.
And then don't forget, I'm also on Twitch.
Yeah,
I'm on Twitch too.
Yeah, man.
Because I game, because I find out very much. I do polls and stuff. I nothing wrong with it. I have a community who's here mostly for reactions.
Yeah,
there's just small people that's like gaming and reactions, and there's a small that's like just gaming. So nobody really. And me. I'm kind of the guy. I like music and gaming. I grew up listening, having something before it was on the console. It was on the stereo, and I'm playing the game.
Yeah.
And now it's on console. Spotify's on, and I'm playing Call of Duty, or Spotify's on. I'm playing the game. But most people don't. They're like, I'm just here for music.
Yeah.
And that's it. So I have my Twitch just for my gaming side, but my YouTube people come through sometimes and they hang out. But
I have Twitch. I don't ever use it. I frequent it. I'm a person that, because a couple of people that within our co-worker space do the Twitch thing too, and I'll jump in once in a while, but it's not. I've moved a lot of my content. Well, all my blog content is on Rumble because I'm not a Patreon dude.
Yeah,
I feel like since I have a lot of people from my other community where it's me and my buddy reacting to British stuff. We have a Patreon there, for that block stuff. I was like, the block stuff, I'm not going to put it behind.
But sometimes it thins you out because I'm uploading to TikTok, uploading to Twitter, uploading to Instagram, uploading to YouTube, uploading to Rumble, uploading to Patreon. And, I tell them sometimes, like, I'm sorry that I'm late on my Patreons, y'all. Like, I'm just spreading myself too thin because I'm trying to I'm trying to be everywhere all at once, like the movie.
Yeah.
Everywhere, nowhere, all at once. And it is. And sometimes it's draining. Sometimes I'll be like, there's no videos.
It's like too much tech at one time. You're like, I have to do a lot of things with this one thing.
So. But that's doing is we've evolved to knowing and realizing I don't have to post a video every single day. Because I went from doing 6 videos a day, then 3 videos a day. And I was like, y'all, maybe it'd be 1 or 2 videos. 3 would have to be like, there's a day where just nothing but music coming out, and maybe I hit y'all with 3. Other than that, I do 1, and that's gonna simmer for like 2 or 3 days because I got other stuff.
Yeah,
I got a whole ass 1.5-year-old who decided to hit Terrible 2s at 1. So please forgive me. You saw how I looked before we started. My hair was all. I was like,
what's happening? It's like, all right, man. No, dude, I'm the same way. That's why I feel like being flexible with this whole thing, life, it's just the best way to approach it.
Some of the lovely YouTube inhabitants don't understand that.
No.
They're like, where's the video? What are you doing?
It's 12 o'clock.
How dare you spend time with your daughter? What the hell? You're a present father? Well, stop that shit.
Yeah. Weak. We need our stuff right now. So anyway, listen, man. I know you got we both have tons of stuff we gotta do.
We will talk all day, bro.
Yeah, man. But for any of you guys watching, make sure you check out the links for our good friend in the description. The description is that little thing that says more. You can click it and no one gives love to the description. I'm about to start hiding code words in descriptions.
The code words for you to get free requests or free uploads or shit.
Something, because my God, a lot of the stuff that gets commented is you can find in the description.
And then when I tell them that, they literally respond back, ain't nobody reading that book. And I'm like, so you want me to tell you the book?
Jesus. All right.
Dude,
you should react.
That,
oh yeah.
See, nighttime.
So that's why she's naked.
It's nighttime.
Oh,
it's nap time.
Hello. Salutations. Welcome.
Say hi, baby. Yep.
I'm real. I swear to God.
I'll be in there soon. I love you, baby.
See, That's what it's like, guys. That's what it's like all the time.
It's almost nap time, so I can't miss nap time.
Yep. And, dude, naps are great. Naps are great. I tend to nap too by accident, but
oh my goodness, them baby naps,
dude,
them daddy daughter nap. There's been many times where I've been like an hour late to live. I'm like, y'all, I got trapped. And not gonna lie, when she sleeps with me, I be knocked out. Me and her both be
just yeah, dude.
She's right here. I was like,
I gotta be. It's like I have to be semi-narcoleptic. Like now, my mode is when I sit down. If there's nothing happening, I'm falling asleep. I don't care who you are. Like I don't care who you are. I could be meeting the president. I'll just be like,
and I'll get an energy drink. You know, I'll get like an online because there's a few energy drinks I drink that I know it's not really gonna like blow my fucking heart up. So I'll even get one like, yeah, I'm gonna sip an energy drink. I got enough energy. I sit on the couch. I'm like, yeah.
And boom. Yeah, you're like, I just fell asleep with all of this chemicals in my blood.
I'm like, I'm saying like 200 milligrams my ass. I just put myself to sleep. I was supposed to be like, I'm supposed to be up like,
yeah. I'm pretty sure the next level after that is like illegal.
Yeah,
you get it from Colombia.
And then we turn everything on. Like everything I'm about to do, my PlayStation's turned on. I got me a nice glass of water beside me. I'm like, man, I'm about to get on the game. I'm about to game like I used to when I in my 20s. Press start. Yeah, how you like them?
Yeah, and then it's tomorrow.
It's
tomorrow.
Or she's shaking me like, dinner. We got dinner. And I'm like,
what year is it? How long have I been out? Yeah, no. Yeah. But listen, man, I appreciate your time hopping on this channel, man. Like I tell every guest that we've had on the channel, you have the keys to the channel, man. Anytime you want to say something, anytime you want to promote something, just hit me up and we'll get you back. You know, this is the way we're moving things on this channel now.
This was amazing. I appreciate the opportunity, like I said, man.
It was a lot of fun, man. And like I said, we could probably go for another 8 fucking hours.
Hey, anybody that's clicked the description, y'all come check me out. I hope you guys like what I have to offer. If you have any tips or tricks for myself that help make myself better, I am one of those people who can take constructive criticism very, very well. So please, if it's to the point where you're like, I don't like the way you pronounce your P's, I will do my best to still annoy you and not change a damn thing. So I was saying, no, for real, shout out to all y'all showing the love and support. For real.
All right, guys, make sure
any of my fam. I don't want to cut you off. Any of my fam, please support the man. Please support him. Hit that subscribe button. Arias in the Nation. Like he did not have to hit me up and do any of this. We
try not to bite here.
So we don't either. Even though we might be wolves, but we try not to. It's a team wolf thing. But for real, wolves then show love, support how we do. You already know it. We don't get anywhere without uplifting each other.
100%.
Period. Point blank.
Yep. Well, guys, listen, make sure you unplug and do something legendary. Make sure you check out the links in the description. Make sure you go show love. Anywhere you go, really. Anywhere you go, just show love. Yes. Drink water too, right? Stay hydrated. Beat the heat. Anyway, guys, I'll see you guys in the next video. All right, later, guys.